Do you ever look back on an old goal and wonder how you got there? Well, recently I was doing this about my business. See, I'm also a member of Toastmasters, and I'm going to drop some information down in the description about Toastmasters if you don't know what that is. But I give speeches. Toastmasters helps me with my communication skills. I've been doing it for almost 20 years. And one of my latest projects was about reflecting on my business vision. And so I thought, what a great opportunity to share that experience. So you're going to go ahead and see this video that was recorded when I delivered this speech in my Toastmaster Club. So it's a speech, but it's good stuff. I'm going to basically walk you through the beginning of my business and what my vision was to where I am currently am today. So I hope you enjoy it. Hey, if you're new here to my channel, my name is Lisa Pizzoni. I'm here to help you put the fun in your run. And if you're back, I really appreciate you.
Our first speaker for the day, Lisa has been a Toastmaster for 19 years and is working on her second Distinguished Toastmaster Award. Lisa, these secrets, the highest designation in Toastmaster. Although she was close to her second DTM, she started the educational path all over again. Lisa is presenting the first of her two speeches for level 5 of the Visionary Communication Path, Develop Your Vision. Lisa is a walking and running coach and has been self-employed for almost 20 years. Help me welcome Coach Lisa. Start the line.
Thank you very much, Madame Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and most welcome guests. Do the things I love to do with the people I love to do them with whenever I want. This phrase came to me several years ago because it's basically my life mission. And I get to live this really pretty much every single day. And let me explain to you why I get to do that. You see, my hobby is my job. So because my business revolves around my hobby, I get to do the things I love to do all the time, meaning walking and running. And I also get to hang out with all of my clients who are also my friends. And those are the people I love to do most of this stuff with. And really, whenever I want is the only part. I don't have unlimited financial resources. So that is really the only thing that holds me back from doing it whenever I want. But this was originally kind of like a life mission statement that I had created for myself. And many of you know, as mentioned in the introduction, I own my current business, the Running University. I've almost had it for 20 years, but I want to take a step back to bring you to the start line of my entrepreneurial journey. After I worked at a gym and had gotten laid off from Chase Bank, I was working in the corporate world. I became a personal trainer at a gym, and it hardly paid anything at all. And somebody said to me, maybe you should just become a personal trainer and start your own business. I thought, that's a little crazy, but I went for it. So I started my business, and it's called Easy Fitness Solutions. I was a personal trainer, and I really didn't like the gym experience. So I decided to go to people's houses and work them out at home, which really is a very unique niche because sometimes people just don't like going to the gym and working out with a bunch of people around them. So as much as I loved what I did in doing that, it was very time consuming. Sometimes I would be driving almost 50 minutes one way to somebody's house so that I could work them out and then drive back another 50 minutes. And of course, at that time, I didn't know well enough how to charge people. So they were getting a really good deal at the time. And that lasted probably for about a good 10 years, but I was in survival mode that whole time. And I never really thought about a business vision at that point. Then running came into my life, and really chi running. And chi running is running technique. So that's a whole other speech. But I swore I was never going to be a runner. And here I started running with chi running and absolutely fell in love with running as a sport. So much so that I really wanted to share this with other people. So in 2014, I made a pivot in my business, and I went from becoming a personal trainer to becoming a running coach. And to be honest, again, at this point, I hadn't really thought about a vision for my business, but I had a tagline and it was walk, run, play, exclamation point. Because truly to me, that's what it is. You walk, you run, you play, you have fun. So that's how that started. And you know, when you start your business and you're doing your business and you learn about marketing, you learn about taglines and all of these things. And so these are the things that you put on your bio, on your Instagram account, or maybe on your banner on your YouTube channel. And walk, run, play after a while didn't really keep fitting in with what I was doing. So my next tagline became helping people cross finish lines they never thought possible, because that's what I do. Although crossing finish lines entailed that you wanted to do a race. And I had several people who came to walk and run with me who really had no interest in being in a race. I also had people who might start a race and not finish for a variety of reasons. So I actually changed that little tagline, or maybe it was a vision, I'm not sure, to helping people celebrate finish lines they never thought possible. So I changed the crossing the finish lines to celebrating the finish lines. And for a while, that worked. I was helping women cross finish lines. I was training women for races. And then as my business kept evolving and I kept getting to know my ideal client better, for lack of a better word, in marketing terms, I came up with a new one: helping women 50 plus find the joy in walking and running for the rest of their lives. So I mentioned, is it a tagline? Is it a vision statement? Is it a mission statement? I woke up this morning at about 3 o'clock thinking about these things, and I Googled it. And then I had to rewrite my entire speech. So just for clarification, so you all know, your tagline represents who you are and who you stand for as a brand. Your mission statement is often a little bit longer than a tagline, and it focuses on the why behind your brand. Your vision statement expresses the impact you hope to make. So after I read through that, I realized, okay, this last one that I do have, which is on my Instagram page and on the Running University YouTube channel, is helping women 50 plus find the joy in walking and running for the rest of their lives. This is what drives me every single day. I love helping women. And sometimes it's not even really about the walking and the running, because you learn a lot of life lessons through walking and running. And at one point, I very much keep my group my symbiotic group, very, I'm going to say secretive is not really the word I want to use, but I vet people to come into our community because, ladies, some of you may have been part of groups of women that are catty and judgmental, and I didn't want this. So I literally would vet people coming in, and I've been doing that really until recently. So as 2023 came around and I started thinking about my vision for my business in 2023, which continues to be helping women 50 plus enjoy walking and running, I need to do some different things because I've been holding myself back. I've been playing small. It's time for me to grow, get bigger, and serve a lot more women, because I see the impact that walking, running, and the friendships it makes on their lives as we age. So stay tuned for part 2 of this speech, which is officially scheduled on April 27th, when I'll share with you how I'm going to make that happen. Madame Toastmaster.
Thank you, Coach Lisa.
It's now time for my regularly scheduled mystery medal. And I'm going to stick my hand in my big box of medals. And I'm just going to pull a random one out so I can talk about it. Gosh, these are getting all intertwined with each other. Let's see. Ooh, purple. All right. 𝙗𝙬, Estrella Mountain 𝙗𝙬. Let's see. 10/2/2016. Wow. Okay. So I know I did this race a couple of times. So obviously I love the purple. But here is the medal. And it's really pretty. And the 𝙗𝙬 races are trail races here in Arizona. I love supporting Xterra. I volunteered for them. I also run the races when I can because they are big supporters of Girls on the Run, which is one of my absolute favorite charities. We have a local chapter here in Phoenix. I was on their board of directors for 3 years, but they are all over the country. So Girls on the Run, they support them. I love their races. If I had to say, I hate to say this because I do love them, but their races do tend to be for faster people. So there have been times when I've finished and I was very close to the cutoff. So they're a little harder for me to recommend for people that maybe need that extra time, which is a lot of my people. But they're definitely fun races, and especially if you do the shorter ones and you know you have more time. But I absolutely love the Xterra races, and it's cool to see this medal. I have a story of one of them that I remember when it was raining, and I was with my friend Heather. And again, I don't know if this is the one or not, but I've always hated rain. This might have been the one, and I just had to just learn to embrace it. And I remember it started raining on the trail and I was getting annoyed, and she was like, just make pretend, we're playing in puddles and, we're dancing in the water. So she really kind of helped me, enjoy it. And it was a beautiful day out in the desert that day with some of the rain. It did not kill me, obviously. So a lot of lessons learned, in that one, as far as just embracing and changing your mindset. Really, once I changed my mindset about how fun it was to be in the rain, that actually made it much more enjoyable. So there you have it. There's my mystery medal. I'm doing these at the end of every video going forward until I get down to the end of the box, which is going to be a while. So thank you. And don't forget to subscribe.